What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Wingin It podcast. Andre, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I mean, people are stupid, but I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, the since we're on the Corona, the not the Corona Diaries, but the quarantine Diaries. Uh, as you can
I mean,
tell,
they're
I'm
the
not.
same thing.
Yeah, yeah. So, for the entirety of this podcast, I will be in the shadows.
And I'll be bright
Yeah,
and sunny.
I'm going straight super villain. Respect the gadget level. I just need a cat. So,
You don't need a cat. You need a fat cat.
yeah, preferably not bald. So, that being said, we did have some stuff happen this week in the wacky world of gaming, and you know what? I'm gonna start off with the one thing I was not expecting to see on Wednesday, and that was an article on NintendoLife.com about Pokemon having a lingerie line. That's
That
right.
is the oddest thing.
I mean, when you want your girl to slip into something a little bit more comfortable, that Eevee.
You
Okay,
know,
I can't even take this just seriously, dude.
the bad thing is, I was thinking you would go with Vulpix for some
Nah,
reason.
nah. I mean, well, if she got on the Mewtwo stuff, you might want to
Oh, nah.
throw you back out the room.
Walk away.
Yeah.
She probably
So
over there in the corner eating flesh. Just
apparently, well, Nintendo they have a line with Levi's to because they have like a couple jackets, some overalls, some pants, and so that's cool. I mean, you can actually go on Nintendo site, you can see the whole thing. Levi has it on their site, so that's cool. I mean, hey, apparel, everybody get into it, Was not expecting to see lingerie, but this is only, of course, this is only available in Japan at the moment. So I can't wait to see that Victoria's Secret Pikachu line.
oh gosh, no.
Oh gosh, yes, dude, you can't hide from it now.
Oh man.
let that let
Look,
that imagination go.
I'm surprised there's no Gardevoir stuff
Oh, dude, that's
floating
that's
around.
gonna be at Fredericks. That's gonna be at Fredericks of Hollywood.
Oh man.
That's gonna be at Fredericks of Hollywood, dude. Okay, look. I mean, look. To be completely honest, most people ain't gonna care if their significant other is in that when they when the midnight hour strikes. But it's just weird because you're like Pokemon is kind of like it's the definition of kiddie game. I just didn't expect. I was expecting more something like Pauline, Princess Peach, Princess Daisy, Rosalina,
I mean,
maybe Urbosa from Breath of the Wild. I
like
mean,
something that would make sense.
yeah, so that would make sense. I was not expecting Eevee, Pikachu, and Jigglypuff, even though Jigglypuff does have the right name for it. But I wasn't expecting that. Clearly, I wasn't expecting that. So, yeah, leave your comments. I would like to know what will you be picking out for your significant other out of that Pokemon lingerie line.
Nothing. just leave it at that.
What you gonna
Nothing.
surprise her with on her birthday? It's funny to me. I found that to be entirely funny, and I'll probably leave the link to that article in the description because I thought it threw me off guard. I'm like, man, we got to talk about this on the podcast this week because this is like, wow, of all things, Pokemon.
I mean, you got Twin Tail and Min Min and Spring Girl from Arms.
Yeah, I'm like,
that so many people would have been like all over that, but
Pikachu and Eevee, dude.
They chose Pikachu. No words. No words.
Yeah.
I mean, look, as long as they don't put a Gyarados.
Hey man, hey man, you know it's gonna get worse because the amount of Pokemon that is already weird looking anyway, like Machamp. You know the Speedos are coming with Machamp on it, right?
Oh man.
You know the Speedos are coming with Machamp on it, right?
Right, look, the face right on the crotch.
Yep. You know it's coming, dude. You know it's coming.
They don't need to, but they'll probably do it.
They just this is the first wave. This is the first wave that's coming.
I
wait,
don't want to know. I don't.
wait till they get to the fellas.
It's just the image. I just don't.
Yep. It's gonna get way more weirder. It's gonna get way weirder. And the sad thing about it is somebody's into this. Like somebody we
No,
laughing about it right now.
this definitely look. Furries exist for a reason. There are
Yeah.
people who've been into this for years. It's just probably not going to be the way they wanted it.
These are facts. These are facts.
So I'm like, and I'm not knocking them. Like, hey,
No.
if you're gonna do that whole thing, do it fully. But
Yeah.
I just don't see the point in lingerie.
Well, I just don't see the point. I see the point in lingerie. I don't see the point in Pokemon lingerie. That's what I see the point.
That's what I'm meaning. For Pokemon, I don't see the point in that.
Yeah. Like if they were
I
gonna
mean,
do like if they were gonna do like what they
maybe,
did with
but not
Mario.
specific. Yeah.
Yeah, if they were gonna do like what they did with Mario with like the overall and stuff, like I'm like, cool, okay, like apparel, all right, I can see that, but y'all want to do sexy time with Pokemon? Y'all don't want to do sexy time with like
Zelda?
anybody else? Like anybody else?
I mean, well, you got Zelda, you got Impa, depending on which version.
Which one? Yeah,
Sia.
Sia, especially Sia. Sia screams it. Sia just straight up screams.
She's a Mardi Gras outfit.
Yeah,
she's just one slip away from that whole thing falling off of her.
She's the wind blow the wrong way, and everything's coming out.
That's probably why Link was so enamored when he walked into that room full of all his own pictures. He's like, hold on, what? She likes me?
No, he wasn't enamored. He was kind of scared. He was like, what the? I was just brushing my teeth this morning. She got a full painting of that. So yeah.
Like who had the time to paint this?
While I was brushing my teeth, this is some bull. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I
crossed, and that's all I'm saying. It crossed his thoughts.
Oh yeah, dude, man. If you see what she wearing, it crossed his thoughts. So hell, it crossed half the thoughts of the people playing the game. So
that's true.
But I was sitting there and I'm like, okay, y'all could have did this with like Midna in her adult form, not the imp form. You could have did this with like Pauline or like Nurse. One of my coworkers was like, what about Nurse Joy? Like
Nurse Joy or Officer Jenny?
Yeah, like that makes more sense than the actual Pokemon. Like I'm just like I said, I know it's coming. It's gonna be weird when they show the dude stuff. It's gonna be weird. I know it's coming. And I'm just gonna be like, wow, dude.
It's really? Gonna be weird no matter what they do. Honestly, I'm just like, yeah.
So man,
keep that over there.
Oh no, dude, it's coming. It's coming over here.
No. I know it's gonna happen. I'm just saying, keep it like in the back corner of the store.
Yeah. Yeah.
People won't see it.
Just
at least not readily.
Yeah, it's so freaking weird, man. It's just so freaking weird.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what do you do if you walk in and your girl in Pikachu attire?
Turn around and walk back out. Those two things don't mix for me.
And once you start saying Pika Pika, like, no, right, hold on.
At that point, I'm staying out for a few hours. Like, this don't mesh for me. There would be other video game characters this would work with. This just don't. This just don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about boning a pet. It just. Oh. That's why they did it.
See, you went right there. You went there all on your own.
On accident.
So all right, all right.
That
Enough
changed
of
subjects. I don't need to go back to that.
yeah.
I don't.
Let's switch gears from indecent lingerie to uh the Xbox Series X logo was released this week. It's functional. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's
It's
about
functional.
it. That's
Yeah,
about it.
it's functional. That's pretty much all I'm gonna say. Well, honestly, I think if they're gonna keep the name Series X, I'm like, okay, that's fine for the logo.
They're
Because
more than likely not. They're more than likely not going to keep that
I
name.
would hope they wouldn't, but I mean, if they do, because that's all they're calling it. So if they do, I'm like, the logo they left works if they're gonna keep it Series X.
I don't get why they couldn't just keep the original logo they had.
They should have kept that, or add to it. Don't
Well, adding to it would have made more sense. But they just
like with Nintendo does like they still have the Nintendo logo, but they add like the Switch thing to it. They added the when they had GameCube, they added the little blocks thing showing the G. You know, I don't know why they couldn't just add the thing to, but whatever. I mean,
that's their marketing department said, "Hey, this is what we should do."
I
I
mean,
disagree.
yeah, yeah.
I just
I know some fans are like, yeah, man, this is what we need. I'm like, yeah. But I will say this: I am kind of hyped to see what Xbox has in store. Phil Spencer's been doing a lot of talking lately. Apparently, we are getting a digital event soon. It's rumored in May. We're getting the first one. So I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe you can talk about the features of the new console. Um,
maybe some games.
yeah, maybe some games. So because at this point, yeah, somewhere half of that event needs to show some games. I'm talking about games that's working on your system.
Games that are meant for it. That
Yeah,
are working.
not games that are Xbox One X upscale to see. No, what you have that they because we know all of their games are gonna be able to be played across their family. Just let us know show us what it can do. Um, but
Besides Minecraft,
yeah, besides mine, because don't know about. I'm not gonna say that.
people play
Uh,
Minecraft. It's just Minecraft is not the only thing that people will play.
yeah. So you got to give us something, Phil. Got to give us something. So even though I do love you and Elon Musk's tireless vendetta on Smash Brothers, we need to see what you got for your
You
for
can make
your
an anime just out of that.
yeah. Love to see what you got, what Microsoft got planned. I'm going to say this right now because I'm just being honest. I have no intention of buying either the PS5 or the Series X at launch. Not like I did last time for PS4 and the Xbox One. I have no intention of doing that this time. So whether it comes
Especially not
out
if most of the games are going to be cross generation anyway.
anyway, yeah, there's no. I don't think I need to go out and get one at this particular juncture in time. That being said, I honestly don't believe that these systems are coming out this fall like they keep saying they are. If you don't know, most of the production of these consoles is being handled in China at their factories. Most of those factories were closed down for like at least 2.5 months. And when they did open them back up, they went back down for another couple of weeks because they had a little spike happen. So I don't see them getting out this year. If they do, it's going to be very, very limited, which means you're probably going to have to pre-order and everybody going to be able to get it. And some people, you know how they love to talk about how they don't pre-order and stuff like that. So, I mean, you're probably going to have to do that if they plan on doing it. Me personally, I think it'll be smarter for Microsoft and Sony to just say, no, you know what, they're not coming out till March of next year. That way you
They
got
might as well.
that way you have a full fiscal calendar year with your games on it, so you can get so those numbers look right for the shareholders. Because right now, ain't nothing gonna look good anyway this year anyway because of this pandemic. Nothing's gonna look good. So why even
Especially that, and then
yeah
you got to think that these systems are going to probably be close to $600.
Yep.
And it's sitting next to the Switch. That at most families are gonna
Ain't
be
gonna
like,
do that. They
I can
hurting
get two of
already.
these. I can get 2 or 3 of these for the price of one of those.
Yeah. And most people are hurting right now, so they not gonna be trying to hit that in the holiday season next, especially with all predictions pointing that another burst is gonna happen in the fall anyway, in the winter season anyway. I wouldn't do it. I would just. I know. Right now they're saying that, and I think the reason why they're saying, "Oh, we're still on schedule for fall," is because they're trying to keep those investors and shareholders happy. I think round about September they're going to say it got pushed back because the smart play from a business perspective is to just release it in March, release both of them in March and get a full calendar year.
It'll look better that way. It'll
Yeah,
look way better.
it will just look better when you're doing your fiscal year 2022 with all those good numbers, especially with people gonna hope they're gonna get some money back on their income tax. That may not happen this year in the States, but
I mean, it'll happen for people that are considered essential.
yeah. But it's one of those situations. I think like it'll probably just be better from a business standpoint to just push them back to March anyway.
Yeah.
Now, saying that, Microsoft is probably in the best place to do that and still release their games because they have Game Pass and all that stuff was coming to Game Pass any damn way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and on top of that, they also said that there's not going to be really anything exclusive to it.
Yeah.
That won't be on their other stuff. So
So
for them, it doesn't make much of a difference.
Yeah. You can still release Halo Infinite whenever.
Yeah. And then
it ain't gonna matter.
The Series X will just have the upgraded version of the game.
Yeah. And as long as they do what CD Projekt Red said and be like, look, we'll upgrade for free so people don't have to rebuy the game.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that they did that this generation anyway. If they do that, then hey, I don't think I don't see people getting mad if they say that. If they say like, I know some people gonna get mad just because that's what they do, but I don't think
get outraged at everything.
Yeah, I don't think people that game will be upset if they say, okay, look, everybody, we had to push the Series X and the PS5 back to March. I'm sure you understand why. But we'll still release our games that we had planned for those releases anyway. And if you do decide to upgrade to the Series X and the PS5, all you have to do is once you reinstall everything, it'll just upgrade to the best version.
Mm-hmm. They actually did do that with a couple games coming from 360 and PS3 to PS4 and Xbox One. There was a couple of games that did it, and it was like, why didn't y'all should have just let this be the staple going across the board?
Yeah, but no, they wanted you to rebuy everything. I know from experience because I had the physical version of the Master Chief Collection. Because we had to install it from disc. So when my day one Xbox One messed up and I got my upgraded to the S, I was just gonna do a digital download, and they were telling me I had to rebuy it. I'm like, I'm not rebuying that. I'm not. So once it came to Game Pass, I just got it on Game Pass because I refuse to rebuy that game. I'm like, I had it. You guys know I had it because I had to install it, so it's on my game list.
Your account.
Yeah, it's on my account, so I had it. So it's not like I didn't have it. But hey, whatever it is what it is. But I wasn't rebuying
it. That's the problem with them having this digital setup and then still having discs, because the games don't really play off the disc. The disc is only a key at this point. It's just like an old PC.
Yep. And the funny thing about the discs is most of those Blu-ray discs only go up to 25 gigs. So if you got something like the Master Chief Collection, which I think is about 60 or 80 gigs in total, I think. If you got something like that, guess what? Your game wasn't on there to begin with. So that's why I don't understand why people say about buying physical for like Xbox. There's no reason in doing a lot of these games. There's no reason to buy the physical version of the game because the game is like 90, 80 gigs to 100 gigs. There's no they didn't make a prototype disc that has 100 gigs on it to put the whole game on the disc. Most of those games don't come all on the disc anyway.
Nah, because you still have to download it to play
it. Division 2, Destiny, Red Dead Redemption, those games are not all on disc. Mm-hmm. So why would you even buy the physical version anyway? That makes no sense. Just do it digitally. Final Fantasy VII remake. That one is 88 gigs. I had the physical version pre-order until I saw how big the game was. I'm like, heck no. Cancel the physical and just bought it digital.
It gets to be pointless at that point.
Yeah, there's no point. And I know people be like, well, the point is, when they shut down the servers, you still have it. If half the game is not on the disc anyway, it doesn't matter if they shut down the server.
You're still going to have to download it from a server.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Because even if we're going to say that it's installing part of the game from the disc, where is the rest of it coming from?
Yep. So there's that. I mean, it kind of sucks, but that's why the question to me is, should the companies delay the games? Microsoft doesn't have a reason to delay anything. They could never get away with delaying anything ever again because of how they set up Game Pass and all that stuff. So their first party games should never get delayed because of a hardware situation. Never. Sony, I don't know.
The only thing that's go ahead.
Yeah, well, overall, I don't think they should delay any games just because of how I think this generation, this upcoming generation for Sony and Microsoft is basically a tiered generation anyway. The PS5 and your Series X is going to be your top. Mid is going to be PS4 Pro, Xbox One X. The low is going to be PS4 and the S. That's going to be your low, mid, and high.
Yeah.
So technically, if everything's going to be able to play on that anyway, no, don't delay the game. Just be like, look, once you decide to trade in your PS4 Pro for a PS5, then all your games that's on your account goes over. Especially if you digitally download them. Especially.
Yep.
So I don't know, your thoughts?
Basically the same thing you're saying. There's no point to it, honestly. I mean, the disc drive will be useful if you can play 360 and OG Xbox games off the disc. That would be helpful that way. That way you don't have to download those games to a storage drive. You can just play them right off the disc, like they worked originally.
Yeah.
But I don't think that Microsoft's going to implement that.
They'll probably do it digitally, where you have to digitally do it, like they do with Gold now. Mm-hmm. Stuff that hits Gold, like you could do it digitally, but
no, I mean you can play, like if you have a game that works with backwards compatibility, you can still play with your disc, but it's not off the disc.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
It's just like playing an Xbox One game where it'll download the game, and at that point you're using your disc as a key.
Just to open the game up, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. But that brings me along to another article I read, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it just because, like, this particular person is an icon in gaming, whether you like him or not. Most of the stuff that he creates are classics, hands down, whether you like it or not. Because a lot of people just like to hate it just because it's his, and then they get mad because damn near every review site gives it damn near a 10 or a game of the decade when it comes. But the question is, that was asked on a site I was reading, can Nintendo survive without Shigeru Miyamoto? And because I think he's coming up on 70 years old.
Yeah, because he's going to have to retire soon.
At some point, yeah. I mean, that's why he's grooming like the garage. Like the garage is his people in Nintendo. The whole that, and they're the guys who made Splatoon and Arms. Those are those guys, the garage guys. So, I want to say yes, just because I think that he's done a good job of grooming people. Like he's groomed Aonuma, who runs pretty much Zelda.
Yep.
I mean, look at Breath of the Wild. Look at because he took over after Ocarina of Time. Because I think Ocarina of Time was the last one Miyamoto worked on.
Yeah, it was the last one that he had direct input with.
Yeah, was Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask started with Aonuma. So since Majora's Mask, it's been pretty much Aonuma's show. Yeah, they have Miyamoto show up and give input, let him play the game and all that stuff, but it's been Aonuma's.
That's been his work for the most part. Yeah. Like, yeah, he'll still consult with Miyamoto, but like, with who wouldn't?
Yeah, I mean,
given the opportunity, who wouldn't?
I get the opportunity to pick his brain for my game. Yeah, I'm taking that opportunity.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. So, but that was the question. I say yes. Much in the same way Marvel was able to survive without Stan Lee. I mean,
they can. It's not like they don't have development talent. It's not like the older developers and engineers haven't taught the younger workers how they've done things.
Yeah.
I mean, Iwata's compression algorithms were still being used.
Which makes no sense. Jesus, how he compressing stuff makes no sense. But
this man compressed stuff and it like almost doesn't lose quality.
Yeah. Super Mario 3 World and Breath of the Wild.
So there's I don't even want to. It's just that the techniques are still there.
Yeah.
Like people have been taught. And eventually all of the older developers and figureheads for Nintendo will be eventually replaced one way or another.
Time is always undefeated.
Yeah, it's all like no one can beat time.
Yeah.
When someone defeats time, that means they defeat death, and no one's going to be able to defeat death.
No. I mean, Deadpool wants to have sex with death, but that's completely different. If you don't know what I'm talking about, read.
I was not going to go there.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, read the Deadpool comic. It is hilarious.
Deadpool versus Thanos. There you go.
Yeah, it is freaking awesome. Especially when they just read the comic. It's funny. It's hilarious.
Worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Especially with the 1980s. It is very funny though.
Especially with the 1980s porn stash over the mask. I love that. I love that. But back on topic. Yeah, now I will say this. I feel for the guy that has to come after Sakurai with that Smash Brothers. I feel for him.
Man.
Whoever that individual is, him or her, whoever that individual is, I feel for them.
They will be slaughtered their first outing. There's no way they won't. And it's not even their fault.
And the game is probably going to be immaculate, and people still going to slaughter.
It's not even their fault. It's not their fault. It's just Sakurai has done so many amazing things with that game. You're screwed no matter how good you make your product. Don't make a bad one because people will bomb you even worse.
Yeah.
But
just know you're going to get bombed regardless.
It's just going to be bombed either way.
Yeah.
By the people, well, it's not Sakurai's work, so I don't want to play it.
Even though they'll always be online when you go online.
Be on there more than you.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't want to play Splatoon. I don't want to play a game without voice chat in it.
Yet I always see you online.
I remember that.
Mysteriously, all those videos that you made talking about how horrible and how you was never play the Nintendo Switch online disappeared. And then I always see you on Smash Brothers. Just saying.
They just somehow vanished. Like a Jedi mind trick, just hand waved and they disappeared.
And some people just straight up left. Some people just straight up left YouTube and went to Twitch.
Oh, they'll be back. They'll be back.
Yeah, I always have to bring.
They'll be back.
I'm sorry, I always have to bring that up because I thought that was freaking stupid when people kept doing that. It kept saying when I knew they were lying. When I knew they were lying. The people that was making all them videos, I'm like, y'all lying. Y'all play Mario Kart too much. Y'all lying. You gonna get this service because that's the only way you'll be able to play online. You are going to get because I remember when because PS3 I think was free and then Sony started charging people on PS4. People got mad initially, and what happened?
Started buying into it
because that was the only way you're gonna be able to play online. They didn't care if you got mad. You still gonna have to pay. These servers cost money to maintain. Trust me, I work in the IT industry. If you saw how much some of these server farm maintenance things cost, you would be like, wow. And that's all we gotta pay? Yeah, that's all you gotta pay. Because some of these server maintenance farms, they're ridiculous. Because about all the stuff that they have to keep up. So
yeah, and they're constantly being monitored. So
so hey, I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, I found that to be funny. So seeing as how we got to the freestyle portion of the podcast, because we got some time left over. We got about a good 30 minutes.
Got a lot of time left over.
Yeah, pickings were kind of short this week because quarantine. So and nothing like really is coming out because literally everything is getting canceled. Because right now we'd be in the middle of game conference season.
Yeah, we would be. So this would be the beginning of it where you'd have a bunch of stuff happening.
Because what it would have been Games Week would have been in March. Gamescom would have been in Cologne would have been either April or May. And then we'd be getting ready for E3 in June, Tokyo Game Show in July, at the end of July, August, somewhere in there, because they change their mind all the time. So right now, everything's getting canceled. And so we're just waiting for digital events to pop off because thankfully, Microsoft and Nintendo and even Sony was like, we'll do like digital events for everybody in the wake of all this stuff getting canceled.
I mean, there is a way, as bad as it sounds, to do a digital convention. There's so many things that are around that can be utilized for it. Hell, Animal Crossing was actually utilized for one recently. Didn't know that somebody would do it, but they did it.
Found a way to do it.
People having weddings in Animal Crossing too. I'm like, how do you want to do this?
I'm just amazed that they're doing it. So I'm amazed that they're getting it to work. So
he's like, yeah, we're gonna get all this done.
So on your quarantine playlist, man, what you got?
I got a crap ton of stuff, honestly. I've been hitting a little bit of everything. I've been playing One Step from Eden, playing this game called Odalis, or is it Odalis, The Dark Call. It's kind of like feels like Castlevania, but it's more explorative. You can go in and out the stages. I've been playing that. I've been playing fighting games all over the place. I've just been playing a little bit of everything.
Oh, okay. I've been on the JRPG kick as of lately. So I recently got back on Ys 8. I actually like Nihon and Falcom. They make some great RPGs. I got to give them props for that. Trials of Mana came out, finally got full release yesterday. Been playing that. Also been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I haven't been pushing through it like everybody else. I just been taking my time because honestly, I think that's the best way to play Final Fantasy VII Remake is to not rush through it.
Let yourself actually enjoy the game.
Yeah, let me just actually, because I already know it's bloated. Because like I told you, that's why my Let's Talk hasn't came out yet, because I'm still trying to get. I want to, for my RPGs, I want to do first 10 hours before I do a Let's Talk. So I want to be between 10 and 20 hours before I do a Let's Talk. And like I told you last week, the problem that I'm having with this game is the pacing. because of the simple fact that it's like every 10 minutes there's a damn cutscene, and I'm like, bruh.
Oh, you mean like Metal Gear Solid 4?
Don't get me started. But plus the way too many appearances of Sephiroth. I'm like, dude.
It's not foreshadowing if you throw the boss out early in the game.
Yeah. Like I didn't have a problem like with the in the initial area where you're doing Mako Reactor 1 where they showed the black feather fall. I'm like, that's cool. What I didn't expect was to see full on Sephiroth, full on walking through fire, full on. I'm like, dude, stop showing them.
It's like they got to the point of doing it, and it was like, okay, we don't know how to stop now.
Yeah, like, dude, you do not show Sephiroth that much, which actually begs this question. I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Twitter. Hey, a lot of people I follow, I got to give them mad props. I think it's Eric A. Dub. Like he goes through and does like the different Smash, like how he would do Smash. Dude, I look, bruh, keep doing what you're doing, but do me one favor. Can you do one for Sephiroth? I would love to see you do one for Sephiroth.
Because I used one of his pictures when I was doing my talk about a Smash RPG. I used his picture with had it set up. I was like, yeah, I asked him about it. I remember that one.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, because this fits right in line with the idea I had, so let me use this, please.
Yeah. And like I said, I give him mad props because he be thinking of stuff that I don't even be thinking of. So yeah, mad props to you, Eric A. Dub. But a lot of people been saying they want Tifa in Smash. I'm like, she don't really.
She be like Little Mac, honestly.
Yeah. So I'm like, honestly, and on top of that, it'd have to be Sephiroth, Cloud and Sephiroth, hero villain. Sephiroth.
I mean, I can get why people would want her in there because then you got the two buddy cops with her and Cloud at that point. But
yeah,
but
wouldn't she just be Terry Bogard?
She'd be like a
Terry Bogard or a Ryu.
Yeah, she'd be like little actual jump.
yeah, with an actual jump. Yeah. So, and the reason why I say Sephiroth just because like Sephiroth is the iconic villain, and like right now Cloud doesn't have his villain. Like most of
my only problem is if they put him in there, he got that long sword.
They're gonna have to do. Knowing Sakurai, he has a way around that.
If he's gonna have that long sword, it's gonna be slow. I can tell you that right now. You'll see
like Ganon. Like when Ganon does his smash attacks with a sword, it comes out slow. Mm-hmm. It does not come out fast. Of course, his range would be freaking ridiculous, but yeah, there'll be a way around it. Mm-hmm. That I will give Sakurai this. He makes sure he balances those characters.
Yeah, he does. Balances them really well.
Yeah, like you think, oh man, this character OP. No, they're not.
There's a weakness. Yeah. Everybody's got a weakness.
You just got to find it. That's why I'll be watching. Like every time he does one of his Smash Directs, I'll be watching it because I'm like, let me see how you play it. I want to see how you play it. Oh, so that's the weakness. Okay. Okay.
Like, you're going to see him. He's going to show you all the weaknesses to the characters, but he's going to play the character near flawlessly.
Yeah. Which at that point, all my haterism just comes out like, man, it ain't fair, man.
Oh, this is very difficult. Like, you motherfucker.
Difficult my ass.
You lying.
Yeah.
Are you going to lie to our faces, man?
I was like, dude, the worst one was the Terry Bogard one.
See how difficult this is? And I'm he's kicking everybody's ass.
Yeah, like, what you mean difficult? You just like one-shotted.
You just one-shotted 3 high-level characters in a row. But we supposed to believe it's difficult for you. I'm having such a hard... No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Don't lie to us. Don't make us... Don't try to make us feel stupid.
Yeah. I know you're being modest, but the hell with that.
Like, look, you kicking ass. It's fine that you kicking ass. It's okay. We are not going to be mad at you for stomping the characters in the game you made. Honestly, it's amazing because it's not how it usually happens with most developers.
Yeah. But don't lie to our faces.
Don't tell us Oh, this is so difficult for me. Like, you fucking liar.
Like you got a 9.9, dude. What the hell?
Benjamin Button reverse agent line. Don't lie.
Yeah, it's like that what was that dude that black dude that was saying why you lying. Oh my God! Stop fucking lying! Like that's what everybody be saying when we be watching them Smash Bros. Like, and you wonder why people don't want to play.
Our feelings. You got hurt our feelings, Sakurai.
Yeah. So yeah, I personally, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I really wanted to be. I wouldn't mind Tifa. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she's not a good character. I'm just saying if they're gonna do it,
is more iconic.
Yeah, he's more iconic. I mean,
he would draw way more attention.
Yeah, I mean, now would they do like a me costume for? Probably.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they'll definitely do a me fighter costume.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as like needs to be in the game in this one, I would say Sephiroth over Tifa.
Yeah,
because if you put in Tifa, then people be like, "Why didn't you put in Aerith?"
That would be the first question to be asked.
Yeah, so I'm like, just do
like
Sephiroth.
You can't do all of them.
Yeah, and Sephiroth makes more sense because that's his main villain, and he's iconic. He's more iconic. He's probably more iconic than Cloud. Kinda.
Yeah, I would say so because I can say more people probably actually know him than people that know Cloud. People just know Cloud as the blonde with the spiky hair.
Yep. Everybody knows. As the guys from Honest Trailer says, it's Celine Dion. I love the Honest Trailer guys, man. They're awesome.
But the thing is with Sephiroth, I would think that guy had a train of thought and it just died. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, but that happens a lot too.
But it's just like he draws more attention. He would be a bigger pull, and honestly, putting him in, that's what I was going to say. Putting any other Final Fantasy character in there actually gives them an excuse to have more than 2 to 3 songs.
Yeah, because I do want One Winged Angel. And sung by the Georgia Mass Choir. I mean, I'm joking, people. I'm joking. Like
you gotta have that Beethoven song in there.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing. Like the thing about Sephiroth is, especially with like Advent Children Complete, that movie, when that boss music hit, you're like, oh, dude, Cloud, you better get your ass whooped. You know
he does for the majority of that fight.
He beats the dog shit out of him, dude.
Like how he
beats him relentlessly. You're like, bruh,
the dirt
fight
off this
back.
Man. He literally got the dirt beat off of him.
Yeah.
He was spanked like a carpet outside.
Like the only move he got off of him was the freaking Omni Slash. That's the only move that connected. Every other move he did,
because he got mad. He got mad. He was like, I'm tired of being beat up. Like, damn it, I'm tired of being beat to hell.
And the funny thing about, I went back and watched that movie like last weekend. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It's still disjointed as hell. And if you hadn't played the game, you probably don't understand what the hell is going on. But
yeah, if you haven't played at least the main Final Fantasy VII game, you don't understand anything. Now you get a little bit more context from doing a Dirge of Cerberus and
well, Dirge of Cerberus is actually like goes right in line with it.
Yeah, like you get more context from Dirge of Cerberus and
Crisis Core.
Crisis Core, yeah.
Yeah.
I really wish that they would re-release that.
Well, here's the thing, and I was talking with Vicky about that a couple weeks ago because we don't know how many episodes this is.
No, we don't.
It's probably possible that Crisis Core is one of the episodes.
It is
because you can do you can make that an entire episode.
Yeah.
Because
like if they're doing it this way, they could, yeah.
Yeah, because that was one of the main complaints about when 7 originally released was like, okay, this Zack dude sounds like his story is actually cool. Why didn't they do anything with it? And then they did Crisis Core, which was actually a dope game. But if they wanted to, they could actually put that in one of the episodes. Let one of that be one of the episodes.
They could do that, or they could even... Well, yeah, because it's a flashback scene anyway.
Yeah.
So they can just do it as a flashback. Like at the beginning of it, you start off playing with Cloud, and then you get to the point where they talk about how he met Zack.
Yeah, and from that point, you could do Crisis, put the whole Crisis Core game in there, and don't freaking inflate it. Just put the whole, yeah, just do shot for shot. Don't inflate it at all. Just do a shot for shot, and that'll be your episode.
Because like the way they, I have a feeling they're gonna be stringing this out for
at least a while. Yeah,
they're gonna be stringing this out for the whole of the generation.
If this is part one, and it was just the first 5 hours of the game, they didn't even finish the first disc. Like, yeah,
they didn't even get halfway through the first disc.
Yeah, I'm like, this gonna be a while. We're gonna be here for a while.
But that also means that they're cutting a lot of stuff out. So,
well, once again, I don't know. I feel like they rewriting the whole story, but that's just me. That's my theory. My theory is they rewriting the whole thing, and people just don't know.
Oh no, they definitely rewriting the story, but that means that they're cutting out a lot of the side stuff.
Well, that's fine because most of that side stuff was stupid anyway.
I liked my Chocobo. Okay.
Well, I like doing the whole night of the round thing, but if you're gonna give me a shot at telling the story without me having to go through all that, then fine, I'm with it. Just don't make me fight Bahamut Sin.
Yeah, the super bosses in Final Fantasy VII were something else. So yeah, I don't know.
I do not. I'm gonna be honest with you. If there's one super boss fight I don't want to smoke on, it's Bahamut Sin.
I remember that one.
But you had to do it to get the Omni Slash.
I remember that one, and I hated that fight because I think I had to do it like 8 times before I actually won.
I did it 12. I literally did it 12 times. I did because when I finally beat it, it was my 4th time in a row fighting. Because that was the day I was like, I'm not leaving until I beat him. I'm not leaving until I beat him.
It was like it was a mission.
Yeah, it was a mission. So it's just one of those things. Like, in the way they had to fight the combat system now, I'm more prepared to fight because I'm better at action RPGs now. So I would be more.
That dodge mechanic gonna come in handy.
Yeah, because you couldn't do that. Yeah, you couldn't do that last time.
You had to wait. You had to wait for a chance that they'll avoid getting hit.
Yeah. Now I don't have to do that.
Everybody gets sprayed, but you gotta wait. You just gotta hope that at least one person survives. One person survives with at least 1 HP.
Yeah. Just one. Just one.
Bad thing is for me, most of the time it was Tifa. Most of the time it was Tifa surviving.
Yeah.
If it wasn't her, then it was Barrett.
Yeah. And Tifa, let's be honest, she didn't stand a chance to nobody stood a chance to get behind the sin too.
I think that fight took me like 3 hours. Just that fight alone.
I mean, I think the other reason why Final Fantasy VII was like 60 to 80 hours was the simple fact that some of those Super Boss fights were long as hell.
Yeah, they were.
They were just long as hell.
You did that underwater one?
Oh, yeah.
I never did that one. I attempted it once and said, nah, I ain't doing this again.
Well, like some of the stuff you actually had to do so you could actually get some of the moves. Because like I said, the only reason why I got Omni Slash was because of the fight with Bahamut Sin. Because I think he was the last thing to get for you to unlock it.
Yeah.
So
that was the only reason I took on that fight was so I could get that.
Yeah.
That was the only. After that, I was like, yeah, I don't need everything for everybody else. Screw it, I'm done.
No, they'll be all right. They'll be all right. I only got one person needs to survive. His name is Cloud Strife. The rest of y'all be all right.
Y'all the backup dancers. We ain't got to worry about it.
Which brings me back to the only other game I want to get remake. Ocarina of Time. I want to get a full-on remake.
You mean a full-on retelling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Retelling, remake, whatever.
I want a full Well, I mean, it would be a remake because the one for the 3DS is more of a remaster.
Yeah, it's more of a remaster. They just like changed up the art style a little bit.
Yeah, it would be a full-on. If you want a full-on remake, so that all the other story bits line up, that makes a whole lot more sense.
Yeah, because like we've said on our Zelda chats, which we need to do that other one for Wind Waker. I need to talk to Shadow about that. So we can
Link making Yeah, Ganon, the new stone.
Yeah, that. But yeah, I would love to see Ocarina of Time simply for the fact that I think like it's the game that opens up the actual lore. That's the one that opens because people be thinking I'd be lying when I be telling like, no, dude, if you actually put on the Sheikah mask as a child and run around in the Gossip Stones, you'll see what I'm talking about with all those different plot points. That's how they did it. They snuck them in the game.
Yeah. I mean, it's the equivalent to what they did with Metroid Prime with the scanner.
Yeah, basically. That's what I always laugh when people tell me I don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about Metroid Prime, and I'm like, dude, I'm telling you where to go at in the game, where you, and what to scan. So once you do that, come back and tell me I'm wrong. To which I never usually hear back from him again, which that's unfortunate. I mean, sometimes it is. It's really unfortunate.
People don't like to be proven wrong. That's just the thing.
Yeah. Which reminds me, Metroid Prime 4. I hate that title, by the way, because of the simple fact that I killed Metroid Prime 3 times, and if that mug is still alive, his name better be In Sabanur Apocalypse if he's still alive. But that being said, so should the because I like Corruption probably the better out of the entire trilogy. I like Corruption because I thought it was a better telling of a Metroid story, as far as involving the whole Galactic Federation and all that stuff. Do you think that they're gonna go that route, or they're gonna go back to like Metroid Prime 1, where it's just pretty much her in isolation and blowing up a planet? The planet got to get blown up regardless, just because it's Samus. It wouldn't be her if she didn't blow up a damn planet.
I have a feeling they're going to go back to the isolated format just because of people's reactions to everything else. It makes more sense with how people have reacted to things, even though they got exactly what they asked for.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about y'all for Other M. Other M was a great game. Hell with y'all.
Other M was a good game. Freaking Federation Force is a good game. If you were willing to give it a chance.
Yeah, Federation Force was not bad if you actually played.
It's just like people decided that because they asked for the Marines, they got the Marines, they weren't happy with how they got them.
Yeah.
They didn't know it was exactly what they asked for.
I guess they didn't want super chibi.
Yeah, but that's the only reason I can see that game failed the way it did. Because I still stand by this. If it was a Wii U game and it had the design of Metroid Prime 3, people would have bought it.
Yeah, they would. Well, my thing is, I compare it to Wind Waker, and I will be the first person to tell you. In college, I was tripping too because I saw that Space World demo, and I'm like, how can you go from the Space World demo of Link and Ganon fighting in front of the throne to this cartoony bullshit? But as I started playing it and I realized how dark that story was, I'm like, so this is how Nintendo got around the censors.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they did it. That's how I know the censors don't be playing these games.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing. I looked at it. I remember I first saw that first screenshot of it, and I don't know, I think it was Game Informer magazine when I first saw it. I was like, what the hell is this? What's this crap that
But then you messed around and you played it.
Played it, and I'm like, this is much better than I thought it was going to be.
And then you found out like what Ganon was going around doing. Like he's ripped the souls out of the sages, destroyed their bodies, so technically they weren't dead. Bro,
so that was control their power.
Yeah, okay, bro. That's Kratos. That's Kratos from God of War levels of crazy. So, but then you find out that hey, the reason why he was doing it because hey, the Highlands ain't these respectable people you think they are. They're some racist bastards.
Oh yeah, they definitely were.
They were racist. I'm like, oh, so you actually have a reason.
He has an actual moral reason.
Yeah, because whether you like Ganondorf or not, he's a king. And he has to do what's in the best interest of his people. If you got these people over here pretty much, taking advantage of your people, what you supposed to do? So I'm like, oh.
Waging war is one of the options.
I'm like, okay, so I'm technically, I mean, even though he did take it too far, I'm just like, bro, I'm in a moral quandary here. So let me stick this master sword hilt deep in your head.
I think that was his Link was at his wit's end. And he was frustrated. He was like, man,
there's only one way to finish this.
This dude ain't going down.
Yeah.
I tried everything I could think of.
And he kidnapped my sister. Fuck him.
He was like, I tried everything I could think of. Hold up, there's one more chance. One more.
Time to make you to a statue, bitch. I just imagine like how ignorant like some people will probably take a voiceover of that of that entire sequence.
Oh, you wanted this sword, huh? Eat it, motherfucker.
Because like
get a face full.
Because it's like a cute game. It's a cute game. It's a cute cel-shaded game, but it has probably one of the darkest stories in the Zelda canon when you actually break down the story.
Because weird was because you look at Twilight Princess by comparison, Twilight Princess looks grittier.
Yeah, but it really ain't.
It is not as desolate as Wind Waker is.
And on top of that, like I think the difference is though, like Wind Waker Link is crazy. Twilight Princess Link is just he a killer.
He's just savage. That's the
But like look, as far as crazy is concerned,
Wind Waker Link went crazy over the time of that game. He went crazy over because he was a laid back, chill dude at the start of that.
Until they kidnapped his sister.
So they kidnapped his sister. They watched him across the planet.
Yeah,
multiple times. Slammed him into different walls and fortresses, blew him up,
shot him out of a cannon.
He got to his and he's like, yeah, I'm tired of this shit. I'm done with y'all abusing me. You took my sister. You thought she was this woman over here. You took my sister. Then you threw me from a tower. I understand what you gotta do. But I gotta do what I gotta do too, and you in my way.
Yeah. And on top of this, you decided to start drowning us if I don't kill you. Okay, dude, let's do this.
It's just like he's like, yeah, I'm done. Like he had his Braveheart moment.
Yeah.
I don't think anything that Ganondorf would have done to him at that point would have stopped him. Like he could have dilapidated him, and he would have still found a way to shove that sword into his face.
Yeah, some way, yeah. Because, man, dude, that's still kind of like, well, Ocarina of Time, you stabbed him in the face, but you really didn't see it because it was kind of darker.
It was definitely, and plus the camera angles didn't really work for that.
Yeah.
It was just implied.
It was implied, yeah.
Shoved him in the face with a blade.
Yeah, Twilight Princess, you stabbed him in the chest.
Yeah. I mean, it was still a pretty decent burial of a blade, but still.
But it wasn't as savage. Wind Waker is the most savage.
That Link was pissed. He was pissed off.
Yeah, because if I would say anything like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, Link was reckless. Wind Waker Link
he was reckless but lucky.
Yeah, Wind Waker Link was just
He was unlucky as hell.
He was unlucky. He was just crazy. He was unlucky, but he was crazy. He was crazy too. Like he'd do crazy stuff. Like
but he did crazy stuff because he was forced to.
Yeah, he was forced to. So he got to a point where he was just like, man, to hell with it. So like Twilight Princess Link, dude was just mad. He was mad.
He was like, look, you messed up my village. I had a nice thing going here. I was going to mess with this girl. And y'all just ruined my life.
Then you kidnapped these kids and made me think they were dead. Oh, I'm coming for you.
And on top of that, you made me transform into a beast I ain't want to be turned into.
To begin with.
Then y'all take our queen. Well, princess, because she should be considered queen.
She should be considered queen, but yeah.
But you take our royalty, and then I have to hunt her down. and I gotta fight her because of you. Oh no, we fit in the wreck.
No, bro. I'm gonna see you, bro. I'm gonna see you. Like, what the hell?
I still get messed up with the tennis matches with games.
Yeah, I'm so glad they stopped doing that. I'm so glad they stopped doing that.
Like, look, we don't need energy tennis.
Yeah. That, you know what? They should stop doing Mario tennis and do Zelda tennis. That would make more sense.
I mean, look, you could just throw Link in there, put him and Ganondorf in there. I mean, might as well.
I mean, they did it for real for like 3 games. They
bounced a ball of energy back and forth between the two of them. I'm like,
and you already got your stages set up. You got the Ocarina of Time stage, where you can put for that tennis court. You got the Wind Waker tennis court,
Twilight Princess,
and the Twilight Princess tennis court. But and Skyward Swords, Link was he was in love. That dude was he was just in love.
He was in love and maybe a little too spry for his own good.
For his own good. Breath of the Wild Link was just he's the actual Link that got killed. He actually got killed.
He died and got resurrected.
Yeah, they got him to the thing just in time.
It's kind of messed up that they couldn't get anybody else there to save them at all.
Yeah, but hey, it is what it is.
Like, look, you're the main character. You're the only one that's actually going to be rescued. Well, this is how this contract works.
Well, from the way the game was kind of going, it was like when the 4 champions got in there, they got killed immediately. It's like they got in there, met the shadow or whatever, and it killed them.
It's like, nah, I ain't letting y'all look. Y'all ain't gonna be here to support this man.
Yes,
game over.
Game over. Like, as soon as they walked in, especially like from the way they described it with me for that, she just got yeet as soon as she walked in there. Like, the only one that probably fought was Urbosa, and hers was like, that thing was like Sonic, where he was teleporting all over the place. So, like, yeah, that's why she got caught. So
it's just messed up that there's so much death and destruction in the Zelda series.
Yeah.
There's so much death, massacring, destruction. There's racism.
There's a lot of stuff going. I think that's why I love this series so much. Because you're like, dude, every game they actually add another layer to it.
Oh, man.
And they make it make sense. But you be like, yeah, dude, what the ever-loving... Yeah. Yeah, it go down like that in these Hyrule streets. Grand Theft Auto 7, Hyrule, Legend of Zelda, Hyrule. That would be funny.
Like, you don't want to be out here on these hilly fields, man. It's rough.
Have CJ show up on Grove Street. What?
I'd be like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah, here we go again.
God damn.
Having walking up to in Gerudo Canyon, here we go again. What the hell?
Like, hold on, he looks like us?
Yeah. Man. Okay, people. Look like we hit the hour mark. Hope you guys enjoyed our new game idea for Rockstar and Nintendo, Grand Theft Auto 8 spinoff.
How'd the number increase again?
I don't know. Gonna be released on the Nintendo NX Switch in 2025 in 8K resolution.
And it's gonna melt your hands off in that tablet.
Yeah. Guest star CJ from San Andreas.
This little system gonna run 450 degrees in your hands.
Only playable in the dock version. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed episode 17 of the Corona Diaries. I mean, the Quarantine Diaries, and we will see you guys. Oh, well, before I go. Sorry. Anything you want to pimp out, Andre?
Oh man, 2 seconds. Okay. I mean, my normal videos are coming, and I have a book releasing this week on Thursday, which will have an announcement video on my channel. Physical version will probably be up Thursday or Friday, but the digital version is definitely up on Thursday.
Cool. All right.
Here we go.
There you go. Check it out. Make sure when you doing the announcement video.
It'll pop up Thursday. It'll probably
Okay.
be Thursday morning that I have it pop up.
Well, just follow the channel anyway. Y'all already know that. So, um, I'm gonna have some gameplay up of Trials of Mana on Monday. I'll probably be able to do a quicker Let's Talk on that one than Final Fantasy VII because they let me actually start from where I left off in the demo, thankfully. So I'll probably do that. Like I said, I'm still working on the Final Fantasy VII demo, but I'm taking my time through it as opposed to trying to rush through it. So be on the lookout for that. I can't promise it'll be next week, but it'll probably be sooner rather than later. Um, I do plan on doing something with the Xenoblade Chronicle series. I'm just trying to work some stuff out on that end to talk about that up to the release of the definitive edition. And as we just discussed for the last 20 minutes, probably gonna go back to the Zelda discussion vids because we need to do. I think we finished Ocarina of Time, and we need to jump on Wind Waker and Majora's Mask. So
Yeah.
Those will be next up. And I'll probably do some more gameplay of Hyrule Warriors and stuff like that. I plan on starting back live streaming soon. I'm just trying to figure out when I want to do it. I might just do it randomly. So just stay on the channel. Don't forget to click that bell for notifications so you know when we go live. If you like our content here. Other than that, we will see you on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. Quarantine Diaries.
Quarantine Ball Z.
Peace out. Peace out.
Peace out, everybody.